Manchester City have reportedly made an initial bid of £35 million to sign Everton midfielder Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall ahead of the summer transfer window, according to sources close to the situation. However, it is understood that Everton are holding out for £40 million before considering the sale of the talented Englishman. The negotiations between the two clubs could be one of the most intriguing storylines as the summer window approaches, with both sides keen on striking a deal that benefits their respective ambitions. Dewsbury-Hall's move to Everton in the summer has been a turning point in his career. After struggling to make a lasting impact at Chelsea, where he was considered a talented but inconsistent presence, Dewsbury-Hall sought a fresh start, one that would allow him to rediscover his form. The Toffees, under manager David Moyes, proved to be the perfect fit for the midfielder, who has been a key figure in their midfield since his arrival. Despite a few injury setbacks early in the campaign, Dewsbury-Hall's performances have shown that he is capable of handling the demands of Premier League football. His versatility and work ethic have been standout attributes since his move to Goodison Park. Playing in a deeper midfield role and also as an attacking midfielder, Dewsbury-Hall has demonstrated his ability to adapt to various positions, providing a solid option for David Moyes' tactical setup. His ability to press high and contribute defensively is something that has been appreciated by Everton fans, as well as Moyes, who places a strong emphasis on tactical discipline. However, Manchester City's reported interest in Dewsbury-Hall could be a game changer for both the player and Everton. The Toffees are believed to be reluctant to sell, particularly given the impact Dewsbury-Hall has had on their squad since his arrival. Losing a player of his quality would be a significant blow to their midfield, and Everton's hierarchy is under pressure to balance financial considerations with their long-term goals. The player's impact at Everton, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall's time at Everton, has been marked by steady progress and growing influence. Since joining from Chelsea, where his chances were limited, he has quickly made himself a key player in the Toffees midfield. While he was initially sidelined by injury, Dewsbury-Hall returned to action with a bang, scoring a memorable goal against Fulham in his second match back. That goal encapsulated the qualities that have made him a fan favourite at Goodison Park: his energy, dynamism and composure in front of goal. In addition to his goal-scoring ability, Dewsbury-Hall has also been praised for his work rate and his ability to track back defensively. He's an all-action midfielder who is constantly moving, pressing and looking to make an impact on both ends of the pitch. His passing range is solid, and while he's not necessarily known for being a flamboyant playmaker, he's very effective in getting the ball into dangerous areas and linking up play. But it's his ability to press and win the ball back that has caught the eye of many top clubs, including Manchester City. As Pep Guardiola has always emphasised the importance of high pressing, Dewsbury-Hall's work rate and willingness to chase down opposition players could make him a valuable asset in City's tactical setup. City's interest in Dewsbury-Hall Manchester City have always been known for their ability to scout and recruit technically gifted players, but the signing of Dewsbury-Hall could signal a slight shift in approach for Guardiola's side. While City have previously targeted players with excellent ball skills and vision, Dewsbury-Hall's physicality and work ethic may provide an additional layer to their midfield. At 25, Dewsbury-Hall is entering the prime of his career, and with several years of top-flight experience behind him, he represents an intriguing prospect for City as they look to build a team capable of competing on all fronts. Guardiola's interest in the English midfielder reportedly stems from the desire to add more physicality and pressing intensity to his midfield. While City already have a plethora of technically gifted players, including the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva, Dewsbury-Hall's ability to cover ground quickly and press high up the pitch could complement the more creative elements of City's play. Moreover, his versatility in midfield, able to operate as both a deep-lying midfielder and as a more attacking presence, would provide Guardiola with more tactical flexibility. The possibility of working under Guardiola could also be a key factor in Dewsbury-Hall's potential move to Manchester City. The young midfielder has publicly stated in the past that he would relish the opportunity to play for one of the best managers in the world, and the chance to play for Guardiola may prove too enticing to pass up if City can meet Everton's asking price. Everton's stance on the deal. Despite the interest from Manchester City, Everton are not rushing to sell their star midfielder. The club's priority is to ensure that they retain key players who have the potential to lead them back to the top half of the Premier League table. Dewsbury Hall has proven to be a crucial part of their plans under Moyes, and losing him would be a setback. However, if the £40 million asking price is met, Everton could decide to sell, knowing that the funds could be used to reinvest in the squad and strengthen other areas, which is especially important given the financial difficulties that the club has faced in recent years. From Everton's perspective, the £35 million bid from Manchester City is seen as a reasonable starting point, but the club is adamant that any departure must be for a fair price. With the City showing serious interest in Dewsbury Hall, Everton are in a strong negotiating position, especially if the transfer market heats up in the coming months. The prospect of reinvesting the £40 million into a variety of positions could help Everton strengthen their squad and secure the long-term future of the club. Everton's challenge, however, is whether they can keep Dewsbury Hall from being tempted by the allure of playing for one of the best teams in Europe. In addition to his potential role in the Premier League title race with City, Dewsbury Hall would also be in line for European competition with the reigning champions, which could be an enticing prospect for any player. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall's future. As the summer transfer window looms, Dewsbury Hall finds himself at a crossroads in his career. Having already experienced the highs and lows of Premier League life, he is now faced with the decision of whether to stay at Everton and continue his development or make the jump to Manchester City and challenge for silverware at the top of European football. Given his impressive start to life on Merseyside, it would be understandable if Dewsbury Hall chose to stay and continue his journey with Everton. However, the allure of playing for a club like Manchester City, with its global reach and constant pursuit of excellence, is difficult to ignore. Working under Guardiola, who is known for developing midfielders, could offer Dewsbury Hall the opportunity to take his game to the next level. Ultimately, the decision will come down to whether Manchester City and Everton can agree on a price. If the £40 million asking price is met, Dewsbury Hall could soon be making the move to the Etihad, where he would have the opportunity to play alongside some of the world's best players and compete for top honours in the Premier League, FA Cup and UEFA Champions League. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall's potential move to Manchester City isn't just about the talent he brings to the table, it's also about how he could fit into Pep Guardiola's tactical system. Guardiola is known for his obsession with possession, his intricate passing triangles, and the relentless pressing game that his teams employ both with and without the ball. While City have a reputation for targeting players with technical brilliance, Dewsbury Hall could be seen as a player who could offer a balance of both work rate and technical quality, making him a potentially perfect fit for Guardiola's high-energy system. One of the primary aspects of Guardiola's midfield setup is the ability to control the tempo of the game through midfield. Dewsbury Hall's passing range may not be as expansive or intricate as some of City's star playmakers like Kevin De Bruyne or Ilkay Gundogan, but he is still very capable with the ball at his feet. He's been known to pick out passes from deep areas, particularly for runners making attacking runs, and he has the ability to break through the lines in tight spaces. However, where Dewsbury Hall could offer something more to Manchester City is his energy and work rate, particularly in transitions. Guardiola often demands that his midfielders press high up the pitch, disrupting the opposition's build-up play and winning the ball back quickly. Dewsbury Hall, with his relentless pressing and ability to close down opponents, would be a valuable asset in this area. His tenacity could allow City to maintain their aggressive, high-pressing style while ensuring they have someone who can also get back and contribute defensively when the ball is lost. Additionally, his versatility would allow Guardiola to deploy him in a number of different roles. Whether as a more defensive midfielder, a box-to-box player, or even as a more advanced attacking midfielder, Dewsbury Hall has the capability to adapt to the fluid positional play that City's midfield is known for. His work rate and energy would allow him to shift seamlessly from a defensive role to a more offensive one depending on the needs of the game, giving Guardiola more flexibility in his tactical setup. Moreover, Dewsbury Hall's understanding of the game is impressive for his age. His ability to read situations quickly and react accordingly, coupled with his ability to perform under pressure, would make him a good fit for a Manchester City midfield that thrives on fluidity and movement. Working with Guardiola, who is renowned for elevating the tactical intelligence of his players, could help Dewsbury Hall refine these aspects of his game even further, enabling him to operate at the highest level. A change of direction. For Manchester City's midfield historically, Manchester City has preferred to target players with exceptional technical qualities who can control the game with their vision and creativity. Players like David Silva, De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva have been integral to Guardiola's system, each excelling in technical brilliance, ball retention and creativity in tight spaces. However, with the potential signing of Dewsbury Hall, Manchester City may be signalling a slight shift in the profile of midfielder they are looking for. Dewsbury Hall's physical attributes such as his stamina, work rate and pressing ability would bring a different dynamic to City's midfield. His style of play is more grounded in hard work and resilience than some of City's more technical playmakers, which could help provide balance in a squad that is sometimes criticised for lacking physicality and directness in its play. In this sense, Dewsbury Hall could be a vital piece of the puzzle for Guardiola, offering more defensive cover, while still providing energy and dynamism in attack. His ability to press high up the pitch would provide the kind of defensive pressure that Guardiola values, and his quick thinking would allow City to quickly transition from defence to attack. This would further enhance City's ability to play with intensity and counter-attack when necessary, while still maintaining control of possession. In essence, Dewsbury Hall's potential arrival could mark the beginning of a new era for Manchester City's midfield, where the balance between technical ability and physicality is more prominent. He would provide a more well-rounded option for Guardiola, adding some much-needed grit and resilience to a squad that is often known for its finesse and intricate passing. Everton's plan if Dewsbury Hall leaves. Should Dewsbury Hall decide to move to Manchester City, it would undoubtedly be a blow to Everton, who have invested significant time and effort into integrating him into their team. His departure would leave a void in the midfield, particularly in terms of his pressing ability and work rate, which has been so integral to Everton's tactics under David Moyes. Losing a player with Dewsbury Hall's drive and energy would require the Toffees to rethink their midfield strategy. Everton would likely look to reinvest any funds received from the potential sale into bolstering their squad, with the club still working to return to a position where they can consistently compete in the upper half of the Premier League table. The £40 million fee from a potential sale would provide Moyes with the resources needed to make significant changes. While losing Dewsbury Hall would be a tough blow, the financial windfall could help Everton bring in reinforcements that could elevate the squad's overall quality and give them a better chance of climbing the table. The Toffees could target midfielders who offer a similar blend of work rate and versatility. Alternatively, they might look to sign a more experienced player who could provide leadership and stability in the middle of the park. Regardless of how Everton choose to use the funds from a potential sale, there is little doubt that Dewsbury Hall's departure would force them to reassess their plans for the summer transfer window. Dewsbury Hall's long-term future and potential at Manchester City. For Dewsbury Hall, a move to Manchester City could offer the opportunity to achieve the highest level of success in club football. Playing for Guardiola at City would offer him the chance to compete for domestic and European honours, which is a major allure for any player in the Premier League. The idea of winning trophies such as the Premier League, FA Cup and UEFA Champions League would be an exciting prospect, and working under one of the best managers in the world could help him develop into one of the top midfielders in Europe. At 25, Dewsbury Hall is entering the prime of his career. and his move to Manchester City could offer him the platform to showcase his abilities on the biggest stages. Guardiola has a track record of developing young talent and transforming players into world-class talents, and Dewsbury Hall would no doubt benefit from working with him. His technical skills, work rate and versatility would allow him to make an impact at City, whether as a regular starter or as an important squad player who can contribute in various roles. His adaptability would allow him to fit into different systems, providing Guardiola with a player who can rotate in and out of the lineup as required. Ultimately, if Manchester City can reach an agreement with Everton for Dewsbury Hall's signature, it would represent a new chapter in the midfielder's career, one that could see him reach new heights in both domestic and European football. However, the road to this transfer will not be without its hurdles, and much will depend on how the negotiations between the two clubs play out in the coming months.